Good evening, folks, and welcome to the show. Tonight, me and AR are going to be bringing you PA Reloader and his channel. And basically, we're going to find out what it's all about and what he's all about and give him just a little bit of promoting. Uh, he's a relatively new YouTuber, and he's also, as his name of his channel suggests, he's a reloader. So I want everyone to give him a big warm welcome. And thank you for coming into the side chat. And AR, will you take it from here, please?
Hey, well, welcome to the show, PA. It's good to have you. I'm looking
Thank
forward to
you.
hearing your
Glad to be
story.
here.
Good
Glad to
meeting
be
you,
here.
and glad to have you, man.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
thanks, Echo, for the co-host, allowing me to be co-host. Good to see you guys in the side chat. Yeah, I think it'll be a good show, so stay tuned. And yeah,
Yeah. So, PA,
Yes,
how
sir.
how did you get how first off, first question, how did you name your YouTube channel?
Well, um, I wanted to do a YouTube channel, just a small channel for a while, and I figured I live in PA, I reload, so I figured it was a simple kind of maybe like a catchy name,
Okay.
and nobody else had it, so I went with it. And
Awesome.
yep,
cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's simple but yet very direct. It's very good. I like the way you set it up, and it just it's what it is. It's the name of a channel that reloads, and
yeah,
that's what you're about. So, and you're
it's
living in PA, so
I think it's easy to remember.
yeah,
Hmm.
and it's easy to remember where you're from too. So there's like two birds with one stone. So, now that we have you on the show, where did you get into firearms from? Was there a family member of your father, mother, or maybe a family
So
friend? Or
so my dad was always a hunter. Um, had always, guns and stuff like that. He did archery, and I'm gonna date myself because I'm 51, but I got my first Daisy BB gun when I was 8 years old, and then I got my first 22 when I was about 11 to 12 years old, and I just loved it, spending that time with my dad and shooting. He wasn't a reloader, but we spent a lot of time in the woods, just shooting and having a good time, good quality time, good memories.
yeah, that sounds like it. I had a lot of memories myself of with my father in the woods shooting handguns for the first time. But
Yeah.
that sounds so. You had a BB gun and then you got a 22. What kind of 22 did you get?
My 22 was, and it's still, I don't know how I put it through. The I put it through the works when I was younger, and I still don't know how, but somehow the thing is just about mint. It's a Glenfield. I think it's made by Marlin. I think those two go hand in hand, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a Glenfield, and it has the little squirrel on the stock. It's imprinted.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
bolt action rifle. But that was my buddy. I would take that thing into the woods all the time and just plink away.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Your first rifle. Do you still have that rifle?
I do. It's in my
Oh,
safe.
awesome.
Yep. Yep.
Awesome. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
never
glad
get
to
rid of
hear
that
it.
one.
So your dad said you said he didn't reload. So
Correct.
how did you come into reloading all of a sudden? How did that come about?
So No, I didn't have anybody that I knew that reloaded. It was what happened was I was spending a lot of time with my uncle, and we shot trap for years. And I was going through. We'd shoot every week, and I'd do about 100 rounds, a week. So you're talking over 5,000 rounds a year. So what I did was I just did my own research. I looked into shot shell reloading presses and how to get into it. I had a basically free source of lead shot, so the price was right. So I went with a Lee Loadall 2, if you're familiar with that. And that, I think I paid $50 for it. I still have it. I take it apart, lube it up every now and then. But that's how I got into reloading myself, just to save money, because I was shooting so much trap. And then as my firearms collection grew, like I mentioned the other day, my SP-101, my Ruger. Then I started loading 38 Special, 357 Magnum. I started getting into the pistol and rifle cartridges for my AR. But it all started with the shot shell reloading.
That's amazing. So do you still reload shot shell?
I haven't in a while because my uncle moved away. So I don't really shoot trap too much anymore. Once in a while. But I do. I just loaded up about a month ago, a box of rounds, shot shells. But it's a
What?
great. What's that?
Oh, okay. You were saying it's a great.
It's a great little press. I highly recommend it. I mean, that you can't get cheaper than that.
Right. And yeah, I know that I have another friend that uses a Lee Loadall, and he's happy with it too. He's actually got one for 20 gauge and one for 12.
Yeah, they make quite. I think they make. I don't know if they make a 410. I think they make the. They definitely make the 12 gauge and the 28 gauge. Is that what it
Yeah, I
was?
think
I remember
so.
that.
28, 16,
Yes.
12, 410. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they make a 410 though. But yeah, I know that they make a 28. Um, so basically, so you've got into reloading metallic cartridges, and what are some of your favorite for AR-15 and stuff like that? What are some of your favorite calibers to reload, and what type of reloading gear do you use?
Okay, so I reload for, like I said, 38 Special, 357. I reload 9mm. I reload 223, 556. And I reload 30-30. So those are my main calibers. I started um, just on my own doing research reloading because I didn't have anybody that reloaded, like I mentioned. But I started with the Breech Lock Challenger press, the Lee. It's an O-frame press, and I still have it. And that's what I do my 30-30 hunting rounds on, because I can just dial in precisely every load that I make. Um, so I have that, and then what I did was I upgraded to the Lee Classic Turret Press.
Oh, yeah.
I did my research on it, and I figured that would be the best fit for me, and I like it. It's easy to change the turrets out. Um, there's an adapter. You can buy more expensive powder throwers that that sit on top of the turret. So when you pull the handle to flare the mouth of the metallic cartridge to accept the bullet, it'll drop your powder charge.
Right.
But I use my it's like the it's called the Lee Perfect powder measure. It's just the simple powder thrower that Lee usually gives you with their kits.
Yeah.
But I hooked up with a company that makes an adapter, so you can actually, that adapter fits into your powder through expanding die, and you can put that Lee Perfect powder measure right on top of your press. So that's what I use. So I have 4 turrets with 4 Lee Perfect powder measures. And I did a video on that adapter, and it works great. I do.
Awesome.
Yep. So that's what I use.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
those are the 2 presses that I use regularly. And I everything's been working fine for me. I love them.
Now, you also said you shoot AR-15.
Correct.
What do you have any special calibers, or are we talking 5.56, 223?
So my platform is basically 223 on both.
Okay.
It's just convenient. I know a lot of people have 300 blackout and stuff, but I collect brass at the range just because people leave it, and I use it. So, but it's hard to find a lot of 300 blackout that's not steel cartridge. I find a lot of that. I believe it's Tula ammo
Yeah.
that make the metal or the steel cartridges. So I don't reload that. That just goes in the trash.
Yeah.
But
So,
I like the 5.56 round. I mean
yeah.
and the 223. That works for me. And with the price of ammo, a lot of guys reach out to me and they're like, "Hey, do you have any 300 blackout brass?" And I don't, I can't help them out. So I stick with the 223, just the original platform.
Right. So, what type of bullets do you like loading for that cartridge?
I was using 55 grain Sierra bullets. Unfortunately, my local gun shop, the gentleman who ran it had passed away, and they closed up shop. So I haven't purchased any projectiles for a while now, just because I have to buy them online. I just haven't done that.
So, where you live, you only had one local gun store?
Yeah, we have a Cabela's that's like 40 minutes away,
Okay.
which is pretty convenient. It's not a bad ride. It's straightforward. But yeah, my local gun shop was only 15 minutes away, and that store was packed full. He had everything you needed.
Oh, that's a shame when you
It
lose
is.
something like that,
Yeah.
especially to the Second Amendment community. The local gun shops are really dying off. You see a little bit less every year, and they're replaced with online sales type things. And if you really need to find out about something, it's local gun shops are some of the best places to find out information on new
Yeah.
laws in your area, what's coming down the pipe to vote on, all the way to finding out about shooting sporting events, competitions, and pistol shoots and rifle shoots and things like that. Are
Yep.
you involved in any type of competition shooting?
No, I haven't done any competition shooting. The range that I'm a member of um, does have a steel target range, and they do have like upcoming events every few months where it will be a competition. I've thought about it. I just haven't gone down that road yet.
Okay. I
But it's
highly recommend that you check into that because shooting competition, it puts you under pressure and adds stress. And that's
yeah,
like a key element in training. And it's a lot of fun as well. You meet a lot of great people and get to share some fun times. And if you get interested, maybe you get your wife into it as well, and you guys can do and kind of little competition between each other.
yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about it, and it does seem like it's like high stress. But like you said, it conditions you to act under pressure.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a lot of fun. It looks like it's a lot of fun. So that might be my next that because you can use 9 millimeter for that, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's perfect for me.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different competitions you can enter in with 9 millimeter for target type stuff. Um, the other thing I was going to ask you was is where do you see your channel? What is your channel? What is it about? What are you covering your life in this, or are you what is it about?
So my channel, I'm an avid reloader, and I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Um, and I just did it basically for fun, just for my own enjoyment, and that's pretty much still what it is. I think I have like 12 or 13 videos up, and I have a few more that I have to upload. But I just kind of do um, reviews on things that I've started with and things I have now. Basically, I'm trying to just any questions somebody might have on a product, and I have that product, I'll do like kind of like a simple review on it. Tell them how I use it and how it works for me, if I like it, pros and cons. So basically, my YouTube channel, I wanted to help other reloaders. If they have questions, I'm more than welcome to answer them. Um, so I don't expect my channel to to take off, to where there's money involved. I'm not about that. I want to help people who want to get into reloading, who have a lot of questions, and I'm hopefully there that I can answer them. So it's fun for me right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing this with you guys. This is a lot of fun. I never expected to that that my channel would get basically kind of like picked up by you and AR, that um, to where I would be in an interview about my channel. But basically, to sum it up, my channel is there to help people. If I can help them, then it makes me happy.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great attitude to have too, as far as wanting to help other people and kind of document your own successes and failures as you go along the reloading path yourself. That was wanted my expectations where I wanted to document where where I was and how far I got and what I was able to do and
Yeah.
when to do it. Um, But yeah, I've watched a few of your videos, and I had a couple of funny laughs, and a couple of them. You're kind of funny about things. I enjoy them, and I highly recommend that anyone watching tonight, you subscribe to his channel and check him out. Um, so, where do you see your channel in say 2 years, and then in 5 years? Where do you want to? What do you want to be doing? More of the same thing? Have you given it any thought, or?
So right now, my equipment that I use to do my videos is pretty limited. I just use my phone to do the video, and then I'll upload it to my iPad, and then I'll post it. Um, I think for the next 2 years, I'm just going to keep doing the videos that I'm doing now. I've done a few. There's two videos. I have one to upload yet, but I did a video on my M&P easy and nine chambered in nine. I think I'm going to do maybe some cleaning videos, disassembly of my rifles, things like that. And in 5 years, I'm just hoping my channel grows. Slowly. I'm not looking for it to blow up overnight or anything like that. Like I said, I just want to be out there to help people if they have any questions. And eventually, I wouldn't mind doing some range time. Like some maybe load development, and test out different loads at the range, and just compare different powder throws, different bullet weights. That's kind of where I want to get to with that.
Awesome. Yeah, you start doing some investigative, basic journalism with your channel
Yep.
on finding loads and working them up and finding out what works what well in which rifle, handgun. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will recommend you buy a chronograph if you don't already have one.
I don't have one, and I do see where that would be a helpful tool, and would definitely be necessary.
AR, is there anything that you have for Mr. Reloader?
Actually, his story's the same as mine. About the same
Oh,
age we started shooting. Yeah,
oh,
22.
really?
Went in the woods and shot all the time. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
they're good memories, a lot of fun for me.
Started with the Daisy too, and I used to shoot lizards, little lizards that run around under storage buildings as a kid. I think I was out in the third grade.
I
Yeah,
think
Mom.
everybody did that.
Mhm.
times were different where you could trust a kid that's 8 years old with a BB gun. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's different now, and it's unfortunate, um, but I've brought my sons. I have three boys, and I've brought them all to the range. Um, and I brought my buddy. He has two boys, and he's more into shooting now than he was when I brought him to the range. But I taught my kids and his kids, the fundamentals. Always keep the barrel down range. Always treat the gun like it's loaded. Um, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping they got something from that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
It's important to teach fundamental safety to all new gun shooters and gun owners and people that are even as important as children. Especially your kids. It's the best time in the world is when they're young and get a chance to keep them safe and give them instruction so that they're knowledgeable on how to handle a handgun and how to handle a rifle and how to use one if they need to defend themselves and or the family.
Right. Yeah, I never wanted my kids to be afraid of the firearm. I wanted them to have a working knowledge and to know what to do with it and how to handle it. I know a lot of people these days, they spread fear in everyone about handguns and rifles and things like that. But I don't I don't believe that that's necessary. If you are a decent teacher and you can show somebody how something works, and how to be safe with it, I think that's half the battle right there.
Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with you. There, because I mean, on that boat, there's dangerous things that you're going to be involved with throughout your life, whether it's operating a motor vehicle, piece of heavy equipment at the job site. You're going to
Yep.
be around things that are potentially dangerous.
Yep.
As long as you handle them safely and you abide by some simple rules, 99% of the time, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Now, there are those acts of God, like you could be hit by lightning playing golf, in
Right.
Florida, and it does happen, believe it or
Yeah.
not, it does happen, but it's far and in between.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
So, it's been great having you on. Is there anything you would like to talk about that I may have missed over that you would like to include in the interview?
I mean, I think you guys covered so much. I just want to thank you and AR for having me on the show. And I love the reloading community. I think it's a bunch of great people. And I feel like it's like a tight knit group, and everybody is there to help each other. Um, there's a lot of I see a lot of people in the toolbar that I watch their videos, and it's neat to see that they're jumping on the channel. But yeah, I just think it's a great community, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're glad to have you,
Yep.
and we welcome you with open arms, and everybody does. It's great to have you as a member of our community, and I'm sure you're going to be getting a lot of people stop by and saying hi and subscribing and welcoming you themselves. Um, Basically, it is a great community here on YouTube. There's a lot of great people out there. A lot of them have been here tonight already, and some are still here. Vanessa is a real good person, and she's always around, keeping an eye on things. Um, Ar, are you in the house still, brother?
I'm still here.
Okay, brother.
I'm just
Uh,
typing to the side chat.
So, okay. What was I going to ask you? I was going to ask you, since the interview ran short tonight a little bit, we got through it kind of quickly. Why don't we just go ahead and see if we can get someone else to come on with us, and we'll introduce. We'll introduce. Is it okay if I use your name, brother?
Absolutely.
Okay, if it's okay if you could introduce Chris to maybe another person in the community. I don't know if we have anyone we can get on here, but anyone in the chat want to come on? Quest, if you want to come on, brother, I could send you a link.
Yeah, I'll try to answer any questions anybody has.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions for Chris, go ahead and post them, and we will have AR blow them up on the screen and stuff and get them read to him.
Let's mention Vanessa. They're having health issues with COVID and her.
Oh,
So
Yeah, that's
let's
horrible.
keep her in mind.
A buddy of mine at work, him and his family, he has a 6-month-old, and they just got COVID, and I'm praying for him.
yeah. Let's keep them and Vanessa in our prayers tonight and this week.
Definitely.
And Guns and Barbecues there.
Dale
Evening,
Pogue
brother.
just jumped in. Got a few new ones here I don't recognize. Black Cat Outdoors. Good to see you guys.
Black Cat Outdoors. I know him. Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy.
C&T Designs and Arms in here on the side chat. Good to see you.
I am going to send a link to Barbecue. Barbecue's a very nice young man, and he's a very big supporter of the Second Amendment and has a channel here on YouTube dedicated to supporting the Second Amendment and going over Second Amendment related content. So he's a real nice guy.
I was trying to find where she was talking about it, but I can't find it. Sometimes it rolls off. So, Two Live Moo is here. Good to see you guys. Thanks for turning out for this, and good to have you on, PA.
Yeah, I appreciate, like I said, you both of you, and I appreciate the community. This is my first since I started my channel. Like I said, I never thought that I would be on an interview, but I appreciate it, and I really like your Reloading channel. I've seen other ones which I do like. 76 High Boy I like. But I just feel like this is a down to earth channel. Everybody gets along. Everybody has great questions. I think it's very, very good. I enjoy it.
I appreciate that very much. You're very humbling. I'm just trying to help out new channels that are into reloading and firearms get welcomed into the community, and I want to make our community bigger and stronger. So whatever it takes, getting more people interested in making videos and letting people know what they're doing at their reloading bench is what I'm all about.
Yeah. Vanessa just said, how did I get into reloading? I started with shot shell. I was shooting a lot of trap, like I mentioned before, and I was going through 5,000 rounds a year, and I figured it was time to save some money, you know. So it was all nobody. Like I said, nobody reloaded in my family or friends, and I just kind of did my own research and took it upon myself to what equipment I was going to buy. And I went from there, and it just grew.
Dale says he used to watch Reloader Dude. I used to watch him years ago too.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit.
Yeah,
he had some good videos back in the day.
Yeah, that guy he's kind of almost a household name.
Yeah, he
Black
went
Cat
by another name.
Outdoors.
I can't remember what it was,
Yeah.
and his channel went down or something, and he then come up with Reloader Dude. I think somebody stole it or something initially.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't remember the story, but anyway.
And if you guys get a chance, get out there, subscribe to what is this?
Fuzzfort, man. He said he's here because me and Echo send him $5 a month. No, man.
Royalties.
That's royalty payments. Black Cat Outdoors. If you guys get a chance, get over there and subscribe to Black Cat. He is a great guy. He does a lot of shooting and does some reloading as well.
I think I'm subbed to him. Let me go check.
Yeah, Black Cat.
I remember.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, he changed his channel name years back, and I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to remember because I had two minor strokes. I'm trying to remember what it was beforehand, but it's not important now. Just get over and subscribe to him now. But he always has good videos on, and he's got a good gun collection as well.
Nice.
Man, I tell you what, these scam phone numbers, have you guys been getting those?
I got one today.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with that. I mean, it's like owning a cell phone is kind of annoying now because I keep getting phone calls, and it's not from anyone I know. It's from these telemarketers and people trying to sell stuff, just all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
I wasn't sub to him, but I just did. So.
Okay, good, great. And Black Cat, I'm gonna put your channel on my list of channels for featured channels, and we'll get you on here to do an interview as well. I've known this guy for years.
That's great. I'll look forward to that.
He came over, I believe, with barbecue, guns and barbecue. And if you get a chance, Guns and Barbecue is another good one to go ahead and subscribe to.
I'm gonna put I'll go ahead and put Black Cat's link in there right quick.
Okay, thank you, sir, very much.
And be sure to check PA's link too, guys.
Yeah, PA's link is pinned in the comment section, and it's also in the description box.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, brother, not a problem. We're really love to have you on, and basically, I really like meeting new people in the community and finding out. So, when you started reloading shot shell, when you changed over to metallic cartridge, what was the first metallic cartridge that you reloaded?
That was the 38 special.
38 special was the first one and how long did you mess with that before you changed over to something else and then learn that one? How was that one kind of took you a little bit because it was the first metallic cartridge?
So I mean, it took a lot of learning. I did a lot of research. But then I went that's when I got my AR. So I went from that 38 special to 223, and I just slowly, would buy dies here and there. And whatever the wife would let me buy at the time.
Hey. And AR will make you want to learn to reload.
Listen. Listen, it's what I did. It's what I did. There's nothing wrong with that because the wife keeps a hold of the wallet strings so that we don't go into debt and spend a ton of money on silly stuff. And is exactly right, because guys in large amounts of money don't go hand to hand. I don't know why. But I'm horrible around it. I'm just like, oh, look at that that's a strip blower. Oh, I might need that. I could see myself using that. My ex-wife would be like, when do you need that? Do you need that right now? Are you building something right now? And well, no, but it's a good deal. And I'm here now. And
it's very easy to convince yourself what you don't need.
Exactly.
Tell them they're my new best friends.
Yeah, you're my wife's new best friend, she said.
Rich White has joined us in the side chat.
Good to see you, Rich. Hey, Mr. Rich. What's going on?
He's here.
How are you?
D-Dub.
Good to see you guys. Fuzz Fork. Hobo's with us.
Oh,
Dale Pogue jumped in there.
We got a good group.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys coming on now. They must be all getting home from work and stuff. Hey, if you guys are just joining us, I wanted you to introduce you to Mr. PA Reloader, and he does a lot of work on Lee equipment, and he's got a small reloading channel, and I'm trying to introduce him to the community. I hope you all get a chance to go over to his channel, watch a couple videos, and subscribe and check him out. If you're just joining us, if you've been with us, I still appreciate you hanging out for the show and listening to everything that Mr. PA Reloader had to say and everything that I had to ask and everything we've talked about so far. I appreciate you all very much.
Yeah, I'll make sure I
Mhm.
I see some comments coming through where the people have subbed, and I appreciate that, and I'll definitely sub to your channel
Yeah.
if you have one, for sure.
Yeah. That's where I always like to do. If somebody
Oh, yeah.
subs to me, I just sub back to them as an automatic thank you.
Exactly.
Because maybe if they get enough subscribers, they'll start creating content.
Exactly. Yep.
So there's always that bonus, and
Yeah,
you meet a new friend.
I sub the ones that don't have content too all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing to do.
It helps them. It helps them out. I mean,
Mhm.
have you guys ever heard of Country Boy Prepper?
Yep.
I have.
I hadn't watched him in a while. I used to watch him occasionally.
Yeah, so did I, and he had some great videos, but he hasn't. I don't think he's posted a video in quite a few years, and I hope he's okay.
Quite a few of
Yeah,
these
I haven't
guys from the several years back before COVID. I don't see them anymore. There's several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
It's
noticed.
kind of scary
Yes, it is.
because I know how many people have died out of my family alone and other friends that we've lost on YouTube from COVID-19. And I would imagine that it's taken a lot of people that we don't even know are gone yet.
Sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sure.
That's
AR,
been-
you said you were going to get into some bullet casting. You were hoping.
Yeah, I won't do it in time. I want to get the 420 pot. Probably to cast for 9 starting out.
It's
Most
it's
likely.
a very 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 fun. There's safety involved, obviously, but it's a very fun
Mhm.
thing to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to go down a rabbit hole. I went down a rabbit hole on reloading a few years back. Never recovered.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, I don't think you will.
once you get your basics and all that, you do okay for a while. Then you start wanting these toys here and there, and that's
That's
when
right.
it starts getting expensive. That
That's
candy
right.
you're looking at. And,
Yes,
Okay.
it can get very expensive very quickly.
mhm.
So I guess right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and call out the side chat, AR, and what
Okay.
we'll do is we'll just we'll call this one a little bit early. And but PA man, we appreciate having you on, brother. Very
Yes.
much so, and we're going to continue checking up on your channel and checking in with you and hope to see you on the side chat. And we're going to do a recheck with you in about 6 months and see how you're doing and
Great.
see how your channel's progressed.
That
Yeah,
sounds great.
we appreciate you in the side chat too when you first came on. We
Oh,
appreciate
I
all the new people. We really do.
I look forward to the side chat all the time. And I noticed last night you guys jumped on, and I had to go to work early, but I did jump on for a while. But
Here we go. Barbecue.
but I love the channel. You guys do a fantastic job. I love the comments. I love the people that join the live chat, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. I really am.
Thank you.
We
That's
we
humbling.
appreciate you, sir.
Mhm.
And if now my good friend Barbecue and Guns and Barbecue has joined us. Welcome to the show, John.
How's it going? Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries, brother. Just hanging out. And this is Chris, PA Reloader.
So all
And
you
he's
guys reload and name Chris. My goodness. Starting to wonder.
nice to meet you.
You as well.
Thank you.
So
what were you saying, brother?
I said I'm starting to feel like having the name Chris is a prerequisite to start reloading.
Yeah, you might have to have a middle name or initial with the C. It may be part of the requirements now.
So, just out of curiosity, Chris, where exactly in PA are you? I mean, obviously you don't have to give an exact location, but general region or something. I'm in Northwest PA, about 40 minutes south of Erie.
Yeah, so I live in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. And so,
Um,
I mean, really, you're not that far away from me.
no,
I mean,
not that terribly far. I love it. I was originally from New York State.
Poor fella.
Came down, came down to PA to go to school, and then met my wife and ended up staying here. And yep. So
Yes,
Awesome.
when you get to taste freedom. Ironic thing is, you met your wife and moved to PA, so you came to freedom but gave up freedom. Ironic. But no,
yeah, she's a Jersey girl.
interesting. All right.
Oh, so we got another Northwestern girl.
Yep.
I thought that's why your wife's personality and me get along so well. I've got a lot of girls that I've known from PA and from Jersey, and
Me
a
too.
lot of and a lot of girls I went to school with in high school in Orlando now live in Jersey. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's really kind of cool that that your wife is from Jersey and you're from New York and now live in PA. That's pretty neat.
Yep. Yeah, this is where we planted our roots. So it's been good. We've been here for 25, almost 30 years.
Wow. Very good. Very good.
So, speaking of years and all that, how long have you been reloading? I don't know if this got asked earlier, but if not.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I started with shot shell because I was shooting trap every week, about 100 rounds of trap a week.
Yep. Yeah, I heard you say
that
5,000. I was like, holy cow, that's...
Yeah, that was about 20 years ago. And then probably about four or 5 years after that, I started getting into pistol and rifle cartridges.
Okay.
Hope you're doing good, Hasbro. Good to see you in a side chat.
So,
Hey, brother.
if you can remember back to your fledgling years of getting reloaded,
Yep.
what would be some of the advice in case, a new reloader were to stumble onto one of these chats and hear you talking? What would be some of the advice that you would give one of them, just learning from your growing pains when you started?
So, the sky's the limit when it comes to equipment. I wanted to reload on the cheap and fairly fast. I have a lead load all 2 that I've had for years. And like I said, I maintain it. I take it apart, clean it every now and then, lube it up, just make sure it's running right. There's an internal spring in there that makes it go up and down. I'll take that. I'll grease that. But it cost me $50 for that press. So it was cheap for me. And that, like I said, nobody I knew reloaded. So that was what my research brought me to purchase. But I would believe it or not, I would highly recommend. I mean, I know Mech makes some really nice reloaders, but you're going to pay. But for $50, I mean, I'm pumping out 100 rounds an hour, and that was all I needed. That worked for me. I didn't need to do more than that. So I would say go down that road, depending on if you're shooting more than 100 rounds a week, you're going to need something like a mech. And to believe it or not, I think nowadays with the price of shot, it almost doesn't make sense to reload shot shell at this point. I don't think there's much of a savings at this point.
Because lead is so expensive now that
It is. I think the last time I looked, it was like $60 a bag.
Used to get shotgun shells cheap, just a few dollars a box.
oh yeah.
Yeah, shells.
Dirt
I would just save my spent shells. Guys at the range would give them to me, so I had free shells. And like I said at the time, I was getting shot for just about nothing, which made the cost very effective. But the prices are up there now, so I'm not so sure that reloading shot shell is a viable source as far as buying it in the store, if you can find it. I haven't actually looked at the my local shop, or well, they're not there anymore, but my local shop or like Cabela's. I know Cabela's, you're going to pay a premium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got a bunch of boxes back there in a trunk of shotgun shells back probably in 2007 or 8. And they were pretty reasonable back then. The price.
Yeah.
I still got them. I don't have a shotgun, but I keep them. I sold it
just in case.
Yeah. I had actually a shotgun equipped with the what is it? Who make Surefire light. I had a mount on it.
Okay.
Yeah, the black 870 Remingtons.
Yeah, the tactical ones.
Was it tactical?
No, it was actually just a Super Magnum.
Okay.
Black synthetic stock. I had a sensitive pad on the front slide, so I just put my fingertips there and turned the light on.
Right.
My brother come over here one day and he said, "Boy, if somebody comes in your yard at night, I wouldn't want to be them." I said, "Yeah, shotgun will light you up."
Yeah.
Boy, it's rough way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hit with a 12 gauge.
Gosh, no. Anybody remember the 16 gauge?
Yeah, Sweet 16.
I used to shoot them in the 70s. I had a friend had a automatic. I don't remember what model it was, but that thing was fun to shoot.
16 gauge is my favorite shotgun. Honestly, I think it's severely underrated. I think it's probably one of the most ideal loads for hunting game.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear people talk
just for
about
it all around. I mean, obviously, if you want to get, I'm going to be just going for turkey. Well, you can definitely find a really nice 12 gauge that's going to smoke that 16. Or if you're going for waterfowl. But if you're just talking about having to choose one shotgun for a general purpose, everything, I think 16 gauge is the way to go. Unfortunately, the ammunition for it is so freaking expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's almost like looking for like a Wildcat cartridge, looking for 16 gauge shotgun shells. It's a dying breed is what it is, unless you reload it.
I don't know if the price of, I know it fluctuates quite a bit, but I really don't know I don't know how prices are going to come down, if at all. I'm wondering kind of like what our platform is right now, as far as what's common, what's a common cost right now. Like primers used to be $35 for a box of 1,000. Now I think they're around $70 or $80. So what is going to be the flat rate for ammo these days? I know some guys are paying over $1 a round.
It's here in my state, 9mm is actually dropping.
Is it?
Yeah, white box, 50 rounds of full metal jacket, going down $18.99 now for 50 rounds.
That's a lot better.
That is better.
A few weeks ago,
when it gets down to 15.
Yeah, it was $22.99 about a month ago. so it's starting to drop.
Okay, so that's good. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
What? Let's see. Before the pandemic, it was 15.
Probably. Yeah, seems like.
Because I think it was you could get a
Sometimes it was
100-round
18.
box.
Sometimes it was still 18. Yeah, it's
you could get a 100-round box for $20 of
so
the federal.
That's a good thing because we're seeing ammo getting back a little bit to the normal prices. I believe once they catch up, that primers will eventually come down.
Will drop
about hopefully 50 to 60 range per thousand, and I think it will in time.
I think eventually primers will come back down to what we were paying before. I really do. Yeah,
it's gonna be higher because
it'd be probably a little bit just because of the inflation rate. But I think you're gonna see primers come back down in price because really, what's happening with the new manufacturer in I forget what it's called. It was called Texas Star or Lone Star or something like that, and they're in Texas, and they are I can't remember if they're in Arlington or not, but I wanted to say they might be close to Arlington. They are going to be manufacturing primers. $400 million company. It's going to make back all of its investment in the first 11 months.
Wow.
And basically they are going to be selling primers once the military contracts are filled. They're going to be selling them to their retail outlets and FFLs, and they are going to be charging no more than MSRP for the product. If they are charging more than MSRP, all you have to do is call the manufacturer, tell them, they'll go and check, and if so, they'll pull their license and pull all their primers on the spot. They said no overcharging.
We do have a huge shortage of raw materials around the world, though, so that's going to keep them inflated, though, some. But at least if they do go down, I'm going to buy about 5,000 at a pop.
Yeah. But Echo, you think primers will go down to around $40 for a box again?
I think 50 to 60 rounds. I don't think they'll go to 40 again. Not with the raw material increase.
I think it depends on the raw materials. I think once the COVID, because China's getting hit with a second wave of COVID right now.
Yeah.
And I think once that the COVID virus is pretty much under control, and it's basically what I mean by that is I think we're going to be living with it forever now. And we're going to have to eventually, we will become naturally immune to it like we do the flu. And, we get a version of the flu that don't kill you. It just makes you real sick for a few days.
Yeah.
And basically, I think that's what it'll eventually become is the next flu virus.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's, people like me, they get sick. It's pretty much it. But, everybody will get through this eventually. And on the other side of it will be us just dealing with another virus, like anything else,
Right.
We had to deal with measles and polio and all that stuff at one time, so we had to deal with this.
And we got through it.
Yeah, we got through it. And as Americans, we're strong. And I think we'll get through this and we'll be better for it on the other side.
We're having a shortage.
But I do think once, like what AR is saying, once these shortages come down a little bit and we start getting regular product in our mills and in our factories again, I think that then you'll see the primers starting to go back down to a $45 to $55 price range.
Right.
Yeah, we have a shortage around the world. It's some companies are having a layoff. They're shutting their plants. We had go figure. We had an electric vehicle plant in Georgia just shut down. Yeah, supposedly couldn't get off the ground. That so much for that green energy electric vehicle, right?
Yeah, it's sad to hear that.
We're not ready. We're nowhere near ready to get off oil. We won't be for. It's going to be a long time. There's just no way you can do that. If we did, we'd be really messed up if we went total electric. You can't do it with the technology right now.
My buddy just sent me a picture. He's got a big diesel truck and he pulled over because there was a Tesla that ran out of juice. So he plugged in his inverter with an extension cord and was,
cord charged
was
him
charging the Tesla with
Yeah.
a diesel.
because the diesel's got a big enough alternator on it because they've got twin batteries and they
Yup.
got a dual battery isolator. I used to drive tow trucks and semis, and basically what it'll do is he has enough juice to charge that Tesla.
Yeah.
Got MSB 9021 with us. Good to see you. Broke Loader 2 jumped in. Good to see you, Broke Loader.
Good to see you, Broke Loader.
So here they took Harley off the line for 2 weeks here, see, in Pennsylvania. We're having
because
we got problems equal to World War II.
Yeah, we're
really in a bad situation.
Yeah.
The whole world
and little gaskets and springs and things like that. We get, we buy in bulk from overseas.
My Chevy dealer down the street used to be called Corvette World. Right now, their parking lot's only like a quarter filled. They can't even get cars.
Yeah.
I hear that's a big problem. The used car market and the truck market is just, it's skyrocketing.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable how much things cost now.
Yeah. Chevy and Ford said that they are no longer making other cars. They're putting all their chips in their trucks.
Yeah, Chevy's putting all their chips in Corvettes and trucks.
Yeah.
That's why the parking lots are empty.
Yeah.
Chevy. Now Ford is actually more cars. The dealer right down the street, but yet Chevy, not many there. Georgia Trapping jumped in. Good to see you, Georgia Trapping.
Good to see you.
He joined us.
Yeah,
I like that gardening, man. I need to get back to it myself. Be self-sufficient.
And not only that, get you a little exercise out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Hey, all right.
Breathing that fresh air, pulling some weeds, and taking care of some tomato plants and some bell peppers. Boy, that's making myself hungry.
Listen to that tomato word. Listen to that.
You say tomato, tomato. I say tomato. Yeah, I say tomato. Tomato. You got a tomato? You got a tomato ball? Let me tell you, I got me a tomato.
When it comes down to bartering, you'll be amazed what we'll be able to barter in the future with liquor and magazines, AR mags, guns. Things that you wouldn't think are valuable are going to be very valuable.
Very valuable. That's why I have over 150 magazines for my ARs and my 308s in sealed in the packaging, plastic bags and boxes.
I keep some sealed when I buy.
My old lady goes, "What are you doing?" Because I was last night or the other night, I was going through boxes and I'm like, these are just my magazines. And I've got like boxes stacked 5 foot tall, and they're just full of magazines for AKs. These are for 308s. These are for 5.56, and these are for 220 or 300 black and 458 SOCOM.
I tell you what's expensive. LR 308 mags. I bought some Lancers, 25
Oh my
rounders.
gosh, $80 a pop.
Mine was 40-50 here.
Oh my gosh,
still are 50 something. Yeah.
If you try to get a, what is it? Is it a 25 round? 20? How much were they? 50?
They're running for
they
about
were
55
80.
right now.
They were 80 in COVID. They were 80 because I saw one and I was like, oh my gosh, I can buy 5 AR-15 magazines or 1 Lancer, the 308 mag.
P-Mag's pretty reasonable. It's about like $20, 21.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Even
it's
for
never
the
been
Gen
that high.
3s.
Do you like the P-Mags?
Yeah, Kevin's a great guy. Yeah, Kevin's
Yeah.
a great guy. He's a big Second Amendment supporter, and I knew the guy that owns Magpul back when he used to do gun shows here all over the Southeast.
Yes.
And he would come to Florida and he had all kinds of stuff that he was working on, polymer stuff, had to put magazines together, told two mags together and stuff like GI mags. And I was always really kind of interested in what he was doing with polymers and stuff. And he's like, I'm just on the start, man. I'm going to start trying to get some magazines developed. And then when he came out with the first PMag, I remember going, oh, wow, check it out, man. Awesome.
I have
And
every generation.
And I broke it right there on the spot. I dropped it and broke it.
Wow.
And it slipped out of my hands because I was loading. I was help loading, and I was sweating because in Florida, you take 2 steps outside, you're sweating like you've been splashed with a garden hose.
Right.
And he handed me the magazine, and it slipped out of my hand, hit the ground, and broke. And I was like, hey, you're going to have to put some better grip texture on the outside of that thing. I'll tell you that right now. And you're going to have to do something about that braking. Can't be braking like that. He's like, all right. He's like, then he came back with the second gen, and the second gen was rock solid, and it had a lot more grip on it and stuff. And then the guys were like, there's too much grip. Because then it was rubbing against their chests and stuff and making their skin rub off. And the guys that were doing it. Oh, here we go.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call.
Oh, no worries,
my
brother.
favorite mags are P-Mags, Lancers. I like Lancers a lot. I'll do Duramags. I'll stockpile them. They're aluminum. And I have a steel one I don't like that much. Never did. Even though some steel are good. The one I got's not that great of a mag. I don't even remember the brand of it now. But stock up on them mags.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
for sure.
Get yourself some magazines. I'm going to get some Lancer 308 mags, and I'm also going to buy me a DPMS D50 308 magazine for my that's a 50 round mag for 308. I believe that's what the D50 is. The D60, I've got 2 of them, and they're for 5.56.
Yeah.
I won't comment on what Andy said.
What did he say? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Andy, what are we going to do with you, brother?
Guns and barbecue. Do you reload and cast? Like, what do you reload?
Yeah.
No, I'm still a reloading version, I guess you could say. I had a buddy that I used to help out periodically many years ago, but nothing on my own or anything. More so just kind of sit here and absorb everything by osmosis.
Okay.
By the way,
yeah, we're gonna eventually get barbecue turning some bullets, making some rounds.
Yeah,
he's gonna make some 300 Savage. That's what we need to get him first
addicting.
lined up.
Reloading is addicting. Once you start doing it, you don't usually want to buy factory ammo.
Yeah,
typically. Hey, people put them in those food savers. I think Critter does. Vacuum pack them.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. I mean, really any ammo, factory bought or home reloads, because I mean, you're going to keep it really dry and safe at that point for many months.
Exactly. That's a good idea.
Another one, you can put those aluminum inserts in there, a little square about the size of a pack of cigarettes. Drop that in your ammo can, and you can actually recharge that in the oven, supposedly. And have you ever used them, Echo? The aluminum rechargeable?
Yes.
Yeah. You can't beat them because you can just use them over and over. Dry them out.
I've got one inside my safe along with a goldenrod across the floor because we've got such bad humidity here in Florida. The goldenrod heats up the entire inside of the safe to about 81 degrees. So it creates a positive pressure in there because the AC on the outside is about 75. So, and it forces air outside the safe. So it forces all the damp, cold air out, and the warm air stays inside, heats up all the guns slightly, and keeps them dry.
You don't have that big giant safe, do you, Echo? The humongous one?
I got a.
Or is yours a mid-size?
Mine is a 6. Mine holds 16 guns.
Okay.
So it's relatively small. It's just thick. The company that makes mine is let me see if I can remember
Andy says you guys are going to hate my upcoming videos. I will watch them.
It's called the Republic, and it's made by Holland Safe Company. And Holland makes them right here in Texas, I believe, is where they're located. And they sent that one on a flatbed or on a in a semi, and it got delivered to my house in a semi.
I won't go plastic camo cans. I stick with the old metal, old fashioned, good metal.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And you guys, and listen, if you want OEM, original manufactured equipment that is brand new, brownells.com has 50 caliber and 30 caliber ammo cans with brand new O-rings in them, brand new cans, factory new, mil spec, for sale. I don't know what the price is on them, but they're under $20 for the 50 cal cans. And I want to say somewhere around $12.89, $14 for a can. Right. And for a brand new can.
That's not bad at all. I've been using the Walmart sells a mil spec can, and I think they're just under $13. And I buy those, and I store all my ammo in those. And they have the nice new rubber seals like you're talking about. They're watertight. But you can't go wrong with the metal cans. I'm not a fan of the plastic ones.
G Webbs is here. Good to see you, G Webbs. Hasbro City stores his primers and sealed ammo cans with the desiccant. Yeah, that's the best way. Yep. 15 years later, still good.
Yeah,
I just don't trust the plastic. My brother was looking at them a few weeks ago in a gun store, and I says he had a little container, a bunch of them. I said they're okay. I mean, eventually, sooner or later, they're gonna crack. You're gonna drop them, and they're gonna get a crack in them or something.
Yeah.
I'm just still old fashioned though. I like the metal. But good to see gun websites here.
Yeah. Hey, G Webbs. Thanks for coming by, brother.
He does a lot of 2A stuff, guys. Like
if you guys get a chance to go by his channel and check it out, he does gear websites and gun websites. Two channels on YouTube, and is a big Second Amendment promoter, along with gun websites along with Guns and Barbecue that we have on our panel here.
Oh, Lead Bullet Junkie's got a soda machine gutted.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Wow.
And little shameless plug for G Webbs. Today is Friday, which only means one thing, and that is free patch Friday over at gearwebsites.com. So if you're into patches or anything, head on over to gearwebsites.com.
And those would be Second Amendment related patches. So nothing goofy, some really cool stuff. He's got all kinds of stuff, little like bullets and guns. And I remember he had AKs at one time. I don't know if he's still doing those or not, but he's got all kinds of cool stuff.
Dale's got it going on. He gets free cans from the military base. Wow.
Oh, that's even the best. Free is, yeah. If Uncle Sam's paying for it, bring it on.
I used to get them for about $10 sometimes, those cans. And some of them are China now, too, like in Walmart. They'll mark them down to $10 sometimes.
There's a Army Navy store near me that has, the original mil-spec military grade ammo cans, but they're saying they're hard to get. And I don't know how true that is. Like I said, I get mine at Walmart, and they're made to mil spec, and they have the gasket in them. But have you guys heard that they're getting scarce?
They're over where I'm at. I can go to Athens, and they're just loaded down with 50 and 30 cal ammo.
Okay.
Cans. I think about 18, 15 buck range,
Yeah,
16, something like that.
You really can't beat it for what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. They also got a lot of wooden ammo crates they're selling at this gun shop. It's a mom and pop, been around since the 60s. It was started by Athens policeman, actually out of a garage.
Those are the best places to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, there's some of those small guys that have started out of a shop. I always look for things like that because you never know. That's how Kevin from Magpul got started. That's how a lot of like if you look at the tech war industry, look at Apple. Those guys got started out of a garage.
You're right.
Yeah, and same with what's his name?
HP started out too, I think, out of a garage, if I remember right, the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
company.
A lot of stuff. What do they say? The root of invention is necessity.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, necessity.
You need something bad enough, somebody will come up with it in a cottage industry and make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have you guys seen? I mean, it'd be more for bullet casters, but it's it's made by Lee, but it's called the Lee Lead Hardness Tester.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Actually, we've had a few guys that have used that, and it works pretty good as long as you have a stable way to hold the little
Microscope.
magnoscope or microscope thing. Yeah.
Eli joined us first time in a while. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, PA. Go ahead.
So I called Lee because I came up with an idea that Echo's right. If holding that microscope is very difficult to get an accurate reading, and since you do everything on the press, you make the dimple in the cast bullet and everything. I thought if they made a 3D printed die with a collet that you could slide that microscope in and then just snug up the collet to the microscope depth that you need, you could bring the ram up and measure across that dimple that you made very easily just by making a 3D printed collet as a tool for that.
That would be a good idea. If any of you 3D guys out there are watching, that might be a good idea. See if you can figure something out and do the CAD for that and drop that out.
How much did it cost you to get into casting? Ballpark, PA?
So, like I said, lead is the hard thing to get. It's not really that hard. Back. You got to do your homework, you know.
I mean, just the equipment. That's what I mean.
So just the equipment.
Yeah.
So I use a Lee 2-cavity die, and what's nice about the 2-cavity die over the 6-cavity die is it comes ready to use. It comes with handles. The 6-cavity dies don't come with handles, so you're looking at around $65 when it's all said and done. The 2-cavity dies are only like $20. And then the Lee melting pot, I don't have the 420 pot. I have the smaller one, which works perfectly fine. And I think I paid like $70 for that. And then a couple like muffin tins to make the ingots, you know, those are pretty cheap. It's not that it's really, once you have your melting pot that you can cast your bullets, you know, you're spending $20 on a die, on a mold, and then you're spending like $70 on a Lee furnace. and that's about all you really need.
And some
So
people
that
buy the what you call it, the Dutch oven. Some people use that.
I
melt.
do use a Dutch oven. Once my wheel weights are sorted out, I do use a Dutch oven, and I'll do it in steps. So I'll melt all my lead into ingots, and then when I'm ready to cast, I'll just use those ingots and I'll put them in my Lee melting pot, and then I'll just cast for a few hours. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing, and it's nice. It's rewarding to know that you're making something that you're going to actually be able to use and shoot, and it works,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I find it to be very fun and enjoyable, and it didn't cost me that much at all, less than $100 for the pot and the molds.
I was thinking I might probably get it. Yeah, under 200. I was thinking total.
Well, let me know.
420 pots about 90, I think.
Let me know, and I'll UPS priority. I'll send you some lead ingots that are ready to be melted down.
Appreciate the offer, man.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
Just let me know when you're ready to do it, and I'll ship out some lead to you.
That stuff's expensive, I bet, to ship though.
Well, actually, it's like, I think it's like 8. They have specific boxes with specific prices, so it doesn't matter the weight. You pay. I think it was like $8.50, and you just load up the box with as much lead as you can, or whatever you're sending, and then it's the same price. So it doesn't matter on the weight. So I'd be more than happy to help you out in that aspect. Yeah, sure. Lead Bullet Junkie wants to know if I powder coat, and yes, I do. I've done a lot of research on powder coating, and I like personally the Ford Light Blue by Eastwood. I've done a lot of reviews on it. I've watched a lot of reviews on it, and that seems to be the best powder coat that adheres to the bullet. Now, I was telling Echo and AR, the way the powder coating works is by static electricity, and the powder coat will adhere to the bullet by static electricity. But the trick is to find a container within the recyclable triangle on the bottom of the container. You want a number 5. The number 5 works the best, creates the most static. I also, on my channel, did a video on powder coating, and you can see in my video how well that powder coat works if you have the right container. And also, like for Echo, he's in Florida where the humidity, I try to do it in the fall when the humidity is low and the air is very dry, because you're going to get the most static electricity in an environment like that. I try not to do it on humid days just for that reason. So if you guys can do it in the fall when it's a little cooler, powder coating is great. It's a great way to instead of using like a lubicizer and all that, it's very convenient. And I do quench once I bake my bullets. I'll do 400 degrees for 20 minutes, and then as soon as they come right out of the oven, they go into the ice water quench. And what that does, that increases they call it BHN. It's Burnell Hardness Testing. It increases the hardness of the bullet. So I'm getting about a hardness of about 18, which is pretty ideal.
Wow.
And that's from wheel weights, because wheel weights have antimony and tin in it anyway, because they have to be harder. So you're dealing with a wheel weight of a BHN of about 12 to 15. And then by water quenching, you're increasing it. And they say that as the bullet sits, in about 2 weeks, it becomes harder. So I think I'm right in the ballpark of where you want to be. But powder coating is very easy. I highly recommend it. It's a great way to go.
I'll say no, M. Gabriel. We don't get that quite into the Einstein part of it there. We just go by the books and
Yeah.
study feet per second and stuff like that. So
I just want to give a shout out,
Jenna's here.
to my cousin Jenna.
Yeah.
Hey, hun.
Yeah, I was going to say something. I was letting him talk. Yeah, good to see you guys out there.
Yeah, glad to all the thank you for all the people that tuned in to watch us today.
Reloading is fairly simple. Just do it, and you'll learn more and more. Then you can go deeper and deeper into chronos and stuff like that after a while.
I'm definitely gonna pick one of those up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to sell it to the wife that I need it.
Oh, well, yeah. But I mean, so that well, okay, let's put it this way. You don't know what pressure you're loading your rounds to. But you can find out velocity. So if you match your velocity up and your bullet seating depth is exact where it needs to be, you can guesstimate closely, not identical, but you can get close on what your pressure levels are at, and then you can verify that by inspecting primers and look for signs of overpressure.
Yeah.
But the chrono is basically a safety chest, because if you shoot a couple of rounds over and you're shooting at 1400 and you should be seeing 1200, and you're flattening primers out real bad, that you are probably at a little bit too hot. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And so, M. Gabriel probably would like that software where you calculate and look at pressures and things.
Yeah.
What's the name of that software? I've got it, the copy here.
Yeah.
I get the name of it now. There's 2 of them out there.
Quick,
Gordon's Tool.
Quick loads. Quick loads. Yeah.
That's pretty good to get into. And
what's a typical chrono run?
You can get one for around $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not too terribly bad. $100 to $125. You get a good chrono.
Get the Pro, and if you shoot it, they'll replace it half price.
Oh, yeah, really?
Pro something.
Yeah. Pro Chrono.
Yeah.
Nice.
Critter got one here recently. G-Dub is here. Good to see you, G-Dub. Quick load, yeah, he says. Yeah, this bro talking about a deer.
Well, we appreciate everybody coming out tonight and hanging out with us. And we're going to go ahead and start shutting it down. Is there anything you want to say, Guns and Barbecue?
No, nothing that comes to mind. Appreciate the invite as always. Chris, pleasure talking to you. Look forward to catching more content from your channel. You
too.
Yes, sir.
I thought something happened to my sound.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, brother. And everybody out there in the side chat, please stop by and check out Chris's channel as well, and give him a chance to show you some things, and maybe you'll learn something, and maybe you can subscribe and help him out as well. AR, why don't you go ahead and take us out of here, brother?
I appreciate you joining us, barbecue. Good seeing you, PA, and getting to know you a little bit better. And I've enjoyed the chat. It's been a good evening. You guys and Uncle John's with us. Him, Gabriel, Critter, Hasbro, D-Dub joined us. Lead Bullet Junkie, James Pollard, Jenna Knapstein, right?
Yes, sir.
Rich White, New York Outcast, M. Gabriel, Tactical Fuds with us. James Pollard, Hasbro, Dale Pogue joined us this evening. CW did. Good to see you guys. Eagle Eye Shooting jumped in. Hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Andy 79Z28, Vanessa Kitty. Good to see you, Vanessa. Who else here? Lead Bullet Junkie, I think I called. Gun Websites. Andy 79Z. Quest for the Perfect Load was with us. Hasbro was with us, of course. I think I said that. Tactical Fud, D-Dub, I called. Georgia Trapping jumped in here. Lead Bullet Junkie. Rich White. Hadn't seen him in a while. Good to see you.
Yeah, Rich.
MSB 9021 joined us. Uncle John. Can never forget Uncle John. Broke Loader. Good to see you, Broke Loader. Hadn't seen you around as much lately. Let's see. Who else? Hobbies Hobo. He was with us. He's got a good channel. Check him out, guys. Fairly big channel. Fuzz Fork 8 was with us. Good to see you guys. Who else here? Uncle John, Vanessa. I think I about got it. Black Cat Outdoors.
Yeah.
It was with us earlier. Who else here? Well, I keep scrolling. CNT Designs and Arms. Check them out. We need to promote that channel too sometimes.
Yeah.
We hadn't talked about him or them. Who else? Mark Thomas is with us. Black Cat, I called. Uncle John, Tactical Foot. I think that's about it. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you coming. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. Thanks for the honor, Echo.
Yes, sir.
You guys on the side chat, have a good one, and God bless.
Yep.
Everyone,
take care.
Thank
you,
God
everyone.
bless. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Chris, for coming, brother. And
Thank you
thanks,
for
John,
having
for
me.
coming, brother.